stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2 yards.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. On play action, here's Tua. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Don't worry about it.
He will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. He finds some open field here. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Wilkins on the stop.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25.
Showtime today, baby.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run with Breida. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away.
In punt formation for the Dolphins.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
McCaffrey on the carry.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 24, Jackson gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Dolphin ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Chiefs 21. Dolphins 7.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Check, check. Lucky.
They go counter with Breida. And he's got room. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory.
He was taken down.
It's a big play there for Miami. 66 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mostert, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Makes the score.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Play fake. Here's Jackson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Breida. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Mike 38, Mike 38. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Mike 38, Mike 38, Mike 38. Here we go, here we go. 38's the Mike. Watch the run, watch the run.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua, being chased out left. That's complete, right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Circle around twice to the encore. If you know, you know.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. That'll be complete to Breida. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Sanders is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Dolphins. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know and they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Two and now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This is Breida. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and that lead is back down to 9 now.
28.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coach is always talking about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 there. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
42-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
First down, here's Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Miami.
Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And ultimately this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
2 yards.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 16. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Check. Single.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. On the handoff, this is Breida. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Now a give to Breida. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. 49, guys. Mike.
Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st.
1st down.
Tua now on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at
Come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run again with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
Second and 11 now. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Dolphins on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Buying time to his left. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now this time, Tua is going to throw it. Steps away to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart, because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with, because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson gets this one to Hill, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Midfield now. Here's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Jackson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey will try to run it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
I think we can figure out why they went for two there, right? Up one, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Now he's forced out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from hard. Incomplete. Now it's third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tua on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Jackson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. And that one will ensure that it'll take a touchdown and the 2-point conversion to tie this thing.
Chiefs 48, Dolphins 40.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
Let's see what they do here in this last sequence.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Today's final score.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Kansas City, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. I'm I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, in zones, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Spin move, in zones, go. From sideline to touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them out.